Good morning! I'm here at the Herman Gulch Trailhead, and as you can tell, it's a little noisy here because we're just off I-70, exit 218, and it's pretty chilly this morning. I'm going to go ahead and say low 30s. And on this beautiful Sunday morning, I'm going to be going for Mount Parnassus. It's a 13er. Should be a little over 3 miles out with a 3,300 foot elevation gain. So again, it's not going to be an easy hike at all. After only about 3 or 4 minutes of hiking, I'm up here to the first trail split, where I'm going to head to the right up to the Gulch, trail number 95. That's going to be Mount Parnassus out there ahead of me. I'm not sure if that's the true summit, probably not, but that's definitely the mountain. This lower part of the trail is really pretty. All these aspens are changing color. It's beautiful. Well, if I end up hike failing Mount Parnassus, at least I got this. This is so beautiful. I mean, these trees look like they're on fire. This is going to be even more amazing on the way back when the sun's lighting it up. The sun has barely risen, and we're still in the shadow here of Mount Parnassus. One negative about this hike already is the fact that it's so close to the highway. You can just hear those trucks and cars and everything the whole time. So, just crossed over the water, and there's just like a huge campsite of kids, so they're all yelling behind me. But yeah, I want to stay to the left and continue up this Wattress Trail. And I'm hoping I'll see the route off to the right, and it'll be pretty obvious. I'm hoping this hike up the side of Mount Parnassus isn't going to be too bad. But something tells me it is. I'm working my way back there. This trail is so pretty. I'm loving it. Lots of fall colors on this one. I'm really tempted to head up right here, but not yet. Not quite yet. I'm gonna wrap it around the edge of this hill right here, and I feel like it flattens out a little bit on the other side. And I'm gonna split off the trail right here, kind of cut this angle a little bit, head up here, kind of get on that ridge with the trees, and then follow it on up to the summit. And of course, that's not the real summit. The summit's going to be real far behind it, but that looks like a good way to get up there. Well, I'm officially on the fun part now, the bushwhack section. And I believe I'm looking at probably 1,400 feet of elevation gain and like 1.1 miles, maybe 1.2 miles. It's going to be pretty straight up. I'm out of the trees, and the rest of this looks real easy. And as I plow my way up the side of this mountain here, I'm noticing a nice trail just over here that leads up to the saddle. I shouldn't have cut off the main trail and bushwhacked. Should have stayed on it. See it? Goes right up the middle there. Heads up to the saddle. And you can just take it on up from there. I'm getting pretty close. Been hiking maybe an hour and 40, hour and 45. And that's going to be the summit right there. And that's finally going to be the true summit right there. Yes! Mount Parnassus, baby! After about 15 minutes or so of sitting up here, I think my fingers have finally warmed up again to where I can feel them. And I'll try to get some panos, but it is super cold, super windy, and I'm shaking. Oh, it's so nice to be back on the trail. This is fantastic. I'd probably recommend coming up this way. It's probably going to be your easiest way. And I'm pretty much out of the wind now. I mean, it's a little breezy right here, but nothing compared to where I was just at. So for right now, I'm going to park my butt right there for a legitimate break, because that thing up on the summit did not count. That was more like a battle for survival. It's definitely cold up here. Got a big old snick towel sticking up there in the background. I did that one a couple weeks ago. If I was ever going to come hike this mountain again, I would definitely stay on that Watrous trail all the way to the end until it turns into this and starts leading up to the saddle, because it is much better than going up that real steep part right there with the trees. That's what I did originally, and that was tough. Take it on up to the summit. And that's way up there, guys, let me tell you. It's way up there. By coming this way versus the way that I went up originally, this is going to be a little longer. I'm guessing maybe a half mile longer. Making my way back down into the trees, which is going to be fantastic because there's no wind down there. I mean, other than the wind being pretty atrocious way up high, this is a beautiful day. I mean, this is just an amazingly crystal clear blue sky day. I wish I could have enjoyed this hike a little more and got some better views for you guys. But like I said, it got impossible. I couldn't hold the camera steady. And now that I am officially back in the trees, the temperature just shot up like 25-30 degrees. It's actually warm down here, so I had to remove some layers of clothing and check out all the stuff that I took off. Okay, that's thermal ball number 1, and windbreaker. We got the buff, second buff, and in here somewhere there's a pair of gloves as well. And there's the gloves. I cannot believe how pleasant it is right down here in the trees, and yet maybe a mile away from me up on the summit is a freezing cold windy nightmare. I mean, it's like a whole nother world up there. If you want to come up the easy way, follow that Watrous trail all the way to the end, and you'll arrive at this little fire pit, and you'll want to take that trail right there. The views were pretty awesome from the top, but this is by far my favorite part of the hike. Down here in the Aspens right now when they're all changing. This is amazing. I feel like I'm walking through a golden tunnel. It's 12 o'clock on the nose, and I'm back to the parking lot. I can see the cars. So hiking wise, that took 2.5 hours to get to the summit, and it's taken me about 2 hours and 10 minutes to get down. But I also did take 15-20 minutes worth of breaks on the way down, so it can probably be done in under 2 hours. It's straight up and straight down though. There's none of this fiddle farting, you know, up and down 500 feet in the middle or anything. It's pretty straightforward. I hope you enjoyed the hike, and until the next one, y'all, peace.